The other person I have to say, chat, Naya, not because she would be useful in combat, because she'd just be dancing the chaos, chat. Like, right before we're all about to be, mauled and eaten alive by the zombies or join the horde, she would just fucking get up and start dancing, chat. And I'd be like, Naya, you do you, okay? And then that'll be the last thing I see, chat, is Naya dancing as our flesh is consumed by the undead. So definitely Naya, chat. That'd be pretty funny. Hello, I just wanted to thank you for clicking on my video, and I wanted to let you know not only do I create content in my YouTube channel here, Class in a Glass, but I'm also on Twitch where I play single-player games, multiplayer games. I do movie reviews, cartoon reviews, and a whole bunch of other stuff. Also, it would be a big help if you can check out my Patreon, where you can gain access to audio commentaries, reactions, and the ability to submit questions for my podcasts and videocasts. And all that content can be found in the links below. In the meantime, enjoy the video. Guys, thank you for participating in those polls. We got to get to these questions. As I said, guys, if you're subscribed at the 2 highest levels of my Patreon, you have the ability to submit questions for my Class in a Glass cats for your ass with a little bit of sass. I'm already getting a little sassy, chap. Already a little salty right now. Here we go. So I have a backlog of questions from last week, chat, so I was not able to get to every single question. Let's see if I can do it today. But again, if I don't do it today, chat, then obviously next Thursday I'll get to those that I was not able to. But here's some of the backlog that I owe, chat. From Color Me Hazel, who is not with us right now, but she'll be able to watch the VOD later. She has 5 questions. We got a lot of questions here, chat. A lot of questions. And I've given some thought to these. This is our first question, chat. What is the most embarrassing fashion trend you used to rock? If you've never followed any trend, how is your current style different from when you were in high school? To be honest, I've always pictured you always being a jeans and graphic tee guy. Well, in regards to the last part of your question, I mean, I just wear this stuff because it's comfortable. I like little geeky references or like subtly geeky references, chat. I think that's kind of fun. But I have some other, shirts and, khakis and jeans and that kind of thing. Like I can be a snappy dresser if I want, but I just don't, I've gone to a private high school where I had to adhere to a dress code. I've, been working pretty much ever since high school in an office environment for over a decade where I had to, wear a shirt and tie and khaki pants and belt and all that shit. Thank you, Deadpool, for the 5 biddies. Early Class in a Glass today. Time to enjoy a slice of Chris's favorite Chicago deep dish. No, not the pizza soup. That is verboten on my stream. It's verboten. Welcome, Deadpool. You're doing very well. But no, as I was saying, chat, I've had to dress that way even in office environments forever. And so when I want to relax or just have a good time or just just decompress, on a pair of shorts, jeans, t-shirt, chat, I'm good. I'm golden. And that's very much my style, and it's going to be my style pretty much until I'm dead. That's how it's going to work, chat. I'm going to wear whatever the fuck I want to wear. I'm tired of working for the man. Tell me what to do. I got to adhere to a fucking dress code. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it, chat. To be honest, you used to rock mullet. No, I didn't have a mullet. No. I had longer hair when I was very young. When I was a little baby boy, I had curly hair, matter of fact. And that ended. Yeah, like in kindergarten, I had curly hair. It was like little ringlets. It's like, oh, he's so cute. It's like, nah. That was over with. So I had that, but now I'm typically a t-shirt, jeans kind of guy. So keeping it very simple. But I do have some fancy clothes. I just don't wear them because there's not really any point to wear them right now. I had all these various button-down shirts and polo shirts for work that I always had to wear every single day. But now I haven't worn them in at least now the past 2 months. So which has been great. It's been great because I just kind of relax clothes. Now in terms of embarrassing. Josh, if my sweet baby broccoli eating in the public bathroom boy was here, he would back me up on this, chap. But when I used to go to high school, it was a private Catholic high school, and we had to adhere to a dress code. And a thing that we could wear in the winter months, we can either wear the school brand sweater or a sweater vest, chat. So I was going around school, as many other kids were, looking like fucking Doug Funny from Doug. Remember the Nickelodeon show, Doug, chat? I looked like Doug Funny in that. I was like, oh, I can identify with him because I had a sweater vest. I had a sweater vest over with my dress shirt and tie and everything. I had that. That's what I had. And I remember just I just get used to wearing it. I remember just wearing it when I would go out and shit. And most of the people were like, why is he wearing a fucking sweater vest? I'm like, oh yeah, this is kind of lame and stupid looking. Who wears sweater vests anymore? Only people who wear goddamn sweater vests, chat, are 75-year-olds or dead. You're either a senior citizen or you're dead. They buried you with the sweater vest. And so that was one. That was a big one, Chad. Like wearing a sweater vest and just not giving a shit, just going out in public with it, like outside of school. Don't do that. Don't be a 16 to how old was I? I guess 16 to 18-year-old boy wearing a goddamn sweater vest, Chad. Damn private Catholic schools sound a lot of oh yeah, they make a lot. That's how they make their money off of us. The textbooks and the merchandise they force you to wear. It was a pain in the ass. But that was the one, sweater vests, both in and outside of school. Oh, Oh, 1 sec. I got to find my Billy Laffy mode. No problem. There it is. Imagine who your Roger Klotz bully was. Oh, there was a couple of bullies in St. Francis. I mean, my high school. I don't want to name drop by accident, chap, but yeah, I went to a private Catholic high school. That's what I had. But I looked like Doug Funny. It was quite funny. Excellent first question, Clement Hazel. What about you guys? What was your most embarrassing fashion trend growing up? Or right now? Or one that you've dropped only like a few years ago? I'm very curious. But mine was sweater vests. That was a big one. Shell suits in the early 90s. I don't know what a shell suit is. See, so I'm not up on fashion, Chad. I just kind of wear what I want to wear. What I have is fine, you know. It's not fancy or anything. What's a shell suit? Is that where you're like wearing a fucking clam? What is that? What the hell is this? Oh, I see. Yeah, I've seen this before. Okay. Yeah, like Russian gangsters wear these now. Okay. Yeah, you saw this in a lot of 90s and 80s shows and movies. Cardigans. Yeah. Lightning, good to see you. That long-ass dragoon necklace. Safety pins everywhere. Tall tees, all the pop pickers used to. Yeah, I remember tall tees. Or t-shirts, but dresses. I know exactly what you're talking about, Bat Shields. These transparent frame glass I have are a mistake. And Clay Seal, welcome to stream, by the way. Not trend, but I gave up on ski pants. Gotcha. Okay, we got some good ones in here, chat. Shell suits is an excellent one. Yeah, that one is aged out. That's very 80s, 90s. I remember seeing those as a kid. People walking around in those. Yeah. Overall jeans as a kid. Oh, yeah, I think as a kid we all had, like, overall jeans. You know, because it was easy for our parents to, like, put us in. But because so often, chat, like kids, because we're just fucking weird, just want to take our pants off everywhere. I was one of those kids, just taking my pants off. It's like, no, don't take your pants off. And so you got to put the overalls, so it's hard for us to get out of them. Turtlenecks. I've never been big on turtleneck. I'll occasionally wear a turtleneck, but it has to be in the right environment. You know, I'm in like a hot room for turtleneck. I can't stand it. I can't do that shit. I don't like anything around my neck. But if it's cold out, then yeah, I'll rock a turtleneck. That's fine. I have a turtleneck. I got some good-looking turtlenecks, chat. You know, that's the thing. But no, I see what you're saying, Steve. You people who were double denim. Oh, yeah, I've seen that before. And even the 70s was mostly embarrassing, especially on kids. Yup. Archer did bring back the turtleneck. He rocks the black turtleneck very well. What's it, those short hoodie sweatshirts that stops at your waist and it had sleeves like a T-shirt? What is? Oh, I don't remember that at all. Oh, my God. It sounds like the modern-day punk Assassin's Creed uniform. That's funny. I'm not turtling now for the Turtle Club, for the turtleneck. Good choices, Chef. Very good choices. I like it. But now we can go ahead and move on to Color Me Hazel's next question, Chad. She's got 5. So here we go, Chad. If you had your own late-night talk show, who besides your man crush, Dan Stevens, of course, would be your first guest? Personally, I would like Zack Snyder as your guest. It would be very entertaining to see what his answers be to your DC questions. That would be fun. It would be a very a very loud, I think, angry conversation. Passionate conversation, Chad. There'll be a passionate conversation. We would agree to disagree on many topics that I could say. See, I'm not big on the talk show format, so like, you know, your Jimmy Kimmels, your Jimmy Fallons. Like, the only one I think is who does that well with interviews, I should say, because I think like Jimmy Fallon and Jimmy Kimmel are awful when it comes to interviews. Because all they're trying to do is they're not trying to have a conversation. They're trying to get jokes in. They're constantly interrupting the person they're talking with. I hate that shit. I prefer more conversational interviews. I think those are more appealing, like something like on podcasts or on Twitch or videocasts or what have you, Chad. To me, those are more informative and fun, and you're actually speaking to the person. But so if I had my own talk show, you know, a la like that, then it would be more conversational, having a goddamn conversation. That's what it would be. And there's 2 people that came to mind. I mean, personally, Chad, I would love to. There's 3 people that come to mind to me. Number one is a person who I've loved most of their work. I think they're a very influential director. I don't think they've gotten enough credit throughout their career, just until, like I say, in the last 20 years, I finally have gotten the credit they deserve, and that's John Carpenter, chat. As you guys know, I'm a huge John Carpenter fan. 2 of his films are in my top 10 movies of all time. You know, The Thing, Big Trouble in Little China. I love Escape from New York, chat. You know, Halloween, Assault on Precinct 13, They Live. I mean, pick a John Carpenter movie, I've probably seen it. And I'm a fan of the majority of his work, especially from the 70s and 80s, chat. And so I'd really like to just sit down with him and just talk about his career, you know, the impact his films have had on the various movie genres and movie subgenres, whether it came to horror slashers. I mean, really, Halloween, if you think about it, like Halloween popularized the subgenre that is slashers for horror films. Yes, you had Psycho, which definitely started it, but Halloween was the one that popularized it, and you had all these various knockoffs or other films they were inspired by, whether it be, you know, Friday the 13th or Nightmare on Elm Street or any of the other ones. That was a very important film. And stuff like The Thing, chat, which really made body horror, I think, extremely popular again. You started to see a lot more of those films in the 80s, and that's how that's carried on. The Thing was incredibly influential. Big Trouble in Little China, chat, I always go back to and say we would not have Thor Ragnarok without Big Trouble in Little China, chat. It's very obvious. Even Taika Waititi himself has said that film had a huge impact on him as a child and also on his work on that movie and for Thor as a character in general. So I would love to just sit down with John Carpenter and just talk with him about his career and the impact that he's had and how like why people didn't seem to understand, a lot of critics especially didn't seem to understand his films back then, but now they do. Like, I would like to have that conversation. And he just seems like to be a good guy to talk with, chat. Like, again, one of the big inspirations for me to do my own commentaries for Patreon, chat, my video reactions as well, is listening to his various commentaries he's done for his movies. And one of my favorite ones is the one he did for The Thing with Kurt Russell, and all they do is drink and get progressively more drunk as the movie goes along, chat. You can literally hear, because I think they filmed it at one of their homes or something, you can hear John Carpenter leave to get more ice for the whiskey that they're drinking, and him at his fridge getting the ice and pouring it in. I love that. There's something about that just appealed to me, and he just seems like a really down-to-earth guy. And also his musical career, chat, I'm a huge, I know I'm very ignorant when it comes to music, but I love his scores to his films, how he used that synth, that keyboard, chat. So I know that's a big passion of his. He also loves video games, so we can also talk on that level, chat. He was actually, because I follow him on Twitter, he was posting how Assassin's Creed Valhalla is the best Assassin's Creed game since Black Flag. I was like, we have the same mindset. So that would be so much fun to talk to him. And you know, I know John Carpenter, he's getting older. I think he's in his 70s at this point, so I would love to talk with him. That is one of those dream interviews, chat. He just seems to be such a great guy and an incredibly important director, chat. He, to me, is just as important and as influential, you know, during that time when he was directing these great films as Steven Spielberg and George Lucas were, chat. So that for me would be great. Among Us with John Carpenter, that would be funny. Yeah, again, another video game that was inspired from his work. You know about it? In his 70s, younger, he can run for politics. Steve, thank you, everybody. I think you enjoyed the commentaries to the first 2 R movies. They are hilarious. I'll check those out. Thank you, everybody. Steve, appreciate you. I want to see a John Carpenter stream. Yeah, that is a dream. Kurt sips some booze and Keith eats his pizza. Exactly. Sweetie, big homie, welcome to stream. Thank you so much. The winner would be him. Thank you, big homie, for resubscribing using that Prime subscription. Very, very kind. On a 3-month streak. Hope you're doing very well today. Oh, by the way, chat, this is the last day that you'll be seeing the Christmas and holiday themed alerts, chat. Then they'll be going away until December 1st. That's when you'll see them again, chat. This is the last chance to see these. And I must retire them for now. For now, they will be back, of course. Might even add a few new ones as well, Chad. Yeah, I'm sorry, Chad. I'm sorry, but I must end. They must end. I know. I spoiled you, Chad, for these extra 2 weeks, but now I must, you know, let them retire let them rest, Chad. We gotta let them rest. What do you think John Carpenter's gamer tag is? I think it's probably his Twitter hashtag Horror Master, which I think is pretty funny. Horror Master. But yeah, no, John Carpenter would be one, chat. There's 2 other people. Another person would be Mark Hamill. As I've always said, you know, it's funny because I thought about like Star Wars actors I'd love to interview, and he's like always my number one. People always like to say Harrison Ford, but I've heard Harrison Ford is just fucking weird and not all that great to interview. Kind of pretty goddamn rude. But Mark Hamill, he seems to get it. He seems very humble, unlike Harrison Ford. I mean, you got to look at it like his career, chat. Like as an actor, he was in the biggest movie franchise of all time. That was like one of his first big roles. But also, Chad, he spent nearly the last 30 years doing voice work, voicing the Joker for nearly 30 years. And so he's always been a part of my childhood, chat, whether it was playing Luke Skywalker or voicing the Joker in Batman the Animated Series or Batman Beyond or Justice League or whatever, or the Batman Arkham games. Like, he is one of those guys I would love to just talk with. And he seems very, very funny, very personable. And I think that's just like voice actors in general. Like, I would love to talk to, like, he was, of all the voice actors, he would be my number one pick. But there's so many other guys I'd like to talk to. As I said before, voice actors just seem to appreciate their fans more, and when people recognize them, and they just seem more humble about it. They seem like good people. And Mark Hamill has always struck me as one of those guys. So Mark Hamill would be definitely number one. More recent person I think would be interesting to talk to, Chad, is Jon Favreau. Just because he is very much a Renaissance man when it comes to, content creation, whether it be as a writer or as a director or as an actor, Chad. He's pretty much done it all. You know, seeing what he's doing with Star Wars recently alongside Dave Filoni, Chad, with The Mandalorian, greenlighting all these shows. I would really like to pick his brain, especially because he's very much a passionate Star Wars fan. So I think that'd be a cool conversation. But also talk about like his early works, Chad, like with Swingers and Elf and things like these films that all feel very different from each other. Iron Man, Chad. It's like when you think of like the guy that directed Iron Man, would you think like, oh yeah, it's the guy that directed Elf and Swingers? It's like, it doesn't really come to mind. It's like, wow. So he has in our Jungle Book and things. Even some films of his I don't like. You know, like Lion King. Like he doesn't have a very distinct directing style, but he feels comfortable in all these multiple genres he works in, and he just seems like a very knowledgeable guy. So I think he would make for a very fun interview. And he's not self-serious or anything. Again, he's very humble. Like all the people I think I would interview, Chad, are very humble people. And I think it's something very, very important that I want to have. I don't want someone to come in there with a fucking ego, or someone who's rude, or someone's just weird. I want to avoid that. So those are my top three, Chad: John Carpenter, Mark Hamill, and Jon Favreau. Those would be it. As a Star Wars fan, would you interview? Yeah, I would love to interview Dave Filoni. Absolutely. No, he seems to be very passionate about them. Obviously, very passionate about the material. He's been working with Star Wars content for 20 years. Shit, since what, 2007, 8? When the Star Wars Clone Wars started, so 15 years. Yeah. So definitely. But no, very good question, though, Nia. Very good question. All right, Chad. This is Nia's third question. If there were to be a zombie apocalypse like in Left 4 Dead, who are the three people in the chat would you like on your team? Don't pick me. Picking me would have been the worst choice, by the way. In this scenario, I am in the herds of zombies. She is one of the horde. She is one of the horde, Chad. Well, it's a good question. I think I would have to go with my sweet baby boy, Josh. I got to go with my son, Josh, chat. That is obvious. He has to be with me, chat. No, he's one of those people I've known the longest in my life. For 15 to 16 years, I've probably known him. So I'd have to go with my sweet baby boy, Josh, chat. Definitely Josh, no question about it. Would he betray me at the end? Possibly. If it comes down the line, Chad, it's like we're the last two survivors. Would he betray me? There's a good chance he would. But at least I would know he would betray me. I'd be like, I know what I'm getting into with Josh, okay? I do know what I'm getting into, Chad. You've seen our multiplayer shenanigans with you. It'll pretty much play out like that, but I got to have him with my back. He'll help me for a while before he betrays me, Chad. It'll be exciting. That'll be exciting. Check out Superman. I'm the hero you need. Yeah. Good to see you, Chicago Super. Hope you're doing very well. I can only choose three. I got to think about this. I really got to think about this, chat. The other person I have to say, chat, Nia. Not because she would be useful in combat, because she'd just be dancing the chaos, chat. Like, right before we're all about to be, mauled and eaten alive by the zombies or join the horde, she would just fucking get up and start dancing, chat. And I'd be like, Nia, you do you, okay? And then that'll be the last thing I see, chat, is Nia dancing as our flesh is consumed by the undead. So definitely Nia, chat. That'd be pretty funny. And like, man, the last person, the third person, man, I could go with JT. He was one of my original viewers, chat, when this all started. He's a good friend of mine, of course. I imagine he would, the thing is, chat, because when we're in the zombie apocalypse, right? Food is scarce, but he'd be able to make our, the food that we do find tasty. He'd make it appealing, chat, because he's a pretty goddamn cook. He's a connoisseur of the food, chat. Of the meats, of the alcohol. So he can come up with something good. So maybe he can make our last days tasty at the very least, chat. So that'd be my group, chat. That'd be my group. I'd sacrifice Nia. So I'd have to go with my sweet baby boy Josh Chat, Nia Brownie, and JT Grim Dresden, or JT Asmussen, as he's also known as, Chat. That's what I would do. I'd sacrifice Nia. Oh my God, Nia would sacrifice Josh because I want to see the infight. It'll be an interesting last few days against the zombie horde. Chat. That would be so much fun. I could only pick 3, Chat. I mean, I would pick all of you guys, of course, but I could only pick 3. And those are the only 3 at the top of my head. Yeah, right at the top of my head, Chat. That's who I would pick. But very good question, Hayes. I would choose you, but if you're going to become one of the zombie horde, then obviously I can't have you. All right, Chat. Here we go. Here's Kami Hazel's next question. If you were guaranteed to never have one thing in life, what would it be? Guaranteed to have one thing. Now, I was thinking about this question, like one thing I would never have in life, and I'd be like, I'm fine with that. And so I was thinking, like, well, food I don't like, so I don't like coleslaw, so I'll get rid of coleslaw. But I don't eat coleslaw to begin with. So I was thinking of things that I use, you know, that I use often, but I don't necessarily need, and maybe they could improve my life. So I was thinking of my senses, Chat. You know, my 5 goddamn senses. You know, sight. You know, seeing, smell. You know, all those ones, Chat. You know, touch. What are the senses? You got sight, touch, smell, taste, and what's the other one? I don't know what the other one is, Chat. There's another one in there, I'm sure. But like I was thinking about like my senses, and the one I think I could do without, Chat, is taste. I think taste would be fine because I mean, yeah, I wouldn't be able to experience certain foods that I love so much. But again, I would probably eat even healthier if I didn't have taste. If I didn't have taste, I'd be eating healthier. I could just have my protein, my veg, all that kind of thing, Chat, and it would be good. And I think it would help me health-wise, Chat, because sometimes you're just hankering. Like, remember, you think, Chat, your mouth starts watering. It's like, ooh, I would really love a burger right now, or a slice of pizza or something, Chat, or Chinese food. But you wouldn't have those cravings if you didn't have taste, Chat. So you wouldn't have some of these foods, which aren't necessarily good for you. And so I was thinking, it would be perfect then, because I could have this, can have a very healthy diet and everything, Chat. Probably wouldn't drink as much as I do either. So it's like taste is one of those things I could live without. One I could live without, Chat. So that's one I would go with. You know, something that I use every day, but it's like of all my senses that hearing, that's the other one. I need hearing. I definitely need hearing, Chat. So the 5 senses, there you got sight, touch, smell, hearing, and the other one. I always forget the 5th one. But the one I would go without, Chat, is taste. That is the one. That'd be my one. You'd be depressed. I mean, I don't think so. I think I'd be pretty good, honestly, because I think I'd be more productive. During the day, I wouldn't feel sluggish after eating like a lot of food. I just eat enough where I know it and it's good for me. So no, I think I'd be a lot better. I mean, I love food too. Chad, no doubt about it. I love to cook, but it's one of those things that like it could become more convenient for me. Yeah, I could also save money on like takeout. I wouldn't do takeout anymore because it's unnecessary. So that's what I would do. Sight, hear, touch, taste, and smell. So taste is the one I would eliminate. Thank you, Vanny. Thank you. Sight, hear, touch, taste, smell. What about you guys? Which one would you get rid of your 5 senses that you could live without? Mine would be taste. You can live without. I can live without deep speech, and I have done so. I've done so for many years. I wonder if you have hearing since you're loud. I am quite loud. I need hearing. I need sight. Definitely need hearing and sight. Those are important. Yeah. Taste is the one you would leave. Common sense. Touch because I'm sensitive. Taste or smell. Taste too. I would eat leftovers that way. Yeah. Touch. People sometimes touch. I feel like I want to touch things. I still want to touch things and feel things, Chad. Smell for me. Smell so I cannot smell my cat's poop. That's a good one. Yeah. Cat poop's not great. That would be my second one. If I could taste or smell. Like, smell, I think I would need just in case. It's like, I would not be able, like, what if there's just fucking gas leaking in my home and I don't smell it? And I die or something, Chad, because I didn't smell. So I would still keep my nose. And I'd be able to still smell food. I'd still be able to smell food, Chad. But yeah, I would definitely get rid of taste for me. But a lot of people are saying smell and taste. But yeah, pretty similar, Chad, pretty similar. But yeah, mine would be, that's the one thing I can live without. So that is Carmi Hazel's 4th question. And here you go, Chad. This is Carmi Hazel's last question, Chad, her 5th question. If you could eliminate one thing from your everyday routine, what could it be? What would it be? Meaning, whatever you did in your routine would automatically be done if you choose to live. That's awesome. For me, I would delete flossing from the everyday routine. It is something I know I must do because I hate having cavities and take pride in having nice teeth. However, it takes forever for me to get it done and gives me a little nostalgia once it's done. Editing videos, Chad. Editing videos takes so long. The whole editing, rendering, exporting process. I mean, it's so many hours to do something like that. And if I could just stream my content and boom, it's already edited and posted. Oh my God, that'd be so convenient for me. That would save me so much time if I just didn't need to edit, render, and export. So eliminate the whole Premiere Pro process. It's just automatically done. I automatically have the intro that I want. All the certain clips are taken out that it's unnecessary or perfect. Editing, I would just get rid of completely and just be able to post everything as soon as I'm done with it. That would be awesome. Awesome, chat. They call me I'd skip ironing, Casface, Scoop and Kitty Lay. Scoop and Kitty Lay did pretty bad. Very big flosser, so I agree. Procrastinating, that's a good one. That's a good one. Paying bills, that's a good one. That's very good. Did Reed Ray Fisher with all these complaints with no proof gotten fired and he's still playing victim? I heard about that. Yeah, I mean, at this point, I'm like, I don't know what to do with you, Ray. And like you said all these things, and he's not saying anything, so I don't know. He said all these, like, he said certain things have happened, but we don't know what those things are. So, yeah, I don't know. I want to be on the side, but he's not saying anything. So he's consistently not saying anything. I know what to do. I had a coworker once whose sense of smell was destroyed by household moles. Coworker was around as a child. Damn, that's sad. That's fucked up. That'll happen. The pooping. Yeah, pooping isn't convenient. Right while they're still waking up. Yeah. Yeah, so but for me, Chad, it would definitely be editing video. If that couldn't just be done, as soon as I finish streaming, boom, it's already edited. I can all upload it to YouTube. Perfect. Or Patreon. Like I finish my commentaries and boom, or my video reactions, boom. I can already upload them. Great. Would absolutely love that. I love cooking. Because if you're fish, I don't need sleep. Sleep would, you know what? Sleep would be, that would be a cool one to do. If I could just automatically just not need sleep, that would also be good. And then I could, retroactively work on some more stuff. That would be really convenient. Yeah, but if I feel like good, if I feel well rested though, if I feel consistently well rested, then that's perfect. But if I don't, then that'd be a nightmare. Yeah, that would be hell on earth, chat. For me, it would be video editing. That's my big one. This applies to something very important in my life. Here we go, chat. This is also another comment she had afterwards. I may not be there for the stream, but whoever says that do not floss in the chat, please start. If you do not floss, your breath will begin to stink. Please do yourself a favor and floss, especially now that we are wearing masks. You don't want to smell your own stink breath. Mints cost almost the exact same as floss. Floss makes your breath smell better. The teeth look much nicer. It's true. It's true, chat. No, dental hygiene is important, chat. You don't want to just have all the nasty teeth or stinky breath. I agree with you, Carmi Hazel. And thank you, Carmi Hazel, for being a subscriber on my Patreon. Thank you for the support. Appreciate that. Very, very kind. But that was the last of Carmi Hazel's questions. And now, chat, we're going to move on to Alex Bernal's question. Alex Bernal, thank you for being a subscriber on my Patreon, Class and Glass. He submitted 2 questions, chat. This is his first of his 2 questions. Do you think we will ever get a Lord of the Rings land? For example, build one in a theme park, then the guests will be able to visit the Shire. I'm of 2 minds with this. I feel like the time that the best time would have been to build a Lord of the Rings land would have been like after those original movies came out, right? So like in the mid 2000s. So you had Return of the King came out in 2003. So like Lord of the Rings land should have been built by 2004, 2005. I mean, Lord of the Rings will always remain popular, chat. There's no question. It's a huge goddamn franchise. It always will be. I think the only time that we'll ever see that happen is if the Amazon show, which is coming out, Chad, they put out a description for it. It's not much news or anything, but it's like, it's an official description. We're going back to Middle Earth, etc. If that show becomes like the next Game of Thrones and they want to capitalize on that again, Lord of the Rings, it's always going to be in a pop culture zeitgeist, chat, but it's like one of the biggest things in the pop culture zeitgeist right now. I could possibly see it. That would be really cool. I mean, I love Lord of the Rings. I would love to go to the Shire or Mordor or Gondor or, Rohan, chat, or, the fucking Iron Hills or whatever, or Rivendell. I would love shit like that, chat. Get to dress up as a fucking dwarf and your dwarves walking around and orcs walking. I would love something. That would be so cool. But I really only think that we'll see a Lord of the Rings land is if it kind of reaffirms its place in the pop culture zeitgeist. It's fallen by the wayside in recent years, chat. The Hobbit films, I've said, I love the Hobbit book. I do not like those movies. I don't think they're not nearly as loved, if loved at all, like the Lord of the Rings trilogy, chat. I think the Lord of the Rings time has passed, but we'll see. I'll say this, I'm going to say no for right now. But if the show becomes extremely popular, chat, and renews interest again, then maybe. But right now, I'm gonna say no. I hate to say it, but I'm gonna say no right now. I'm going to say Helm's Deep would be awesome, chat. Yeah. Imagine if it's an adult theme park. Come here to see Legolas's cock. That'd be cool, Alex. He's probably got a good cock. I wouldn't be surprised. You can go to the Shire. I can go to the Shire in New Zealand, chat. I want to go to New Zealand someday and go see the Shire. I mean, Game of Thrones fans, would you think are Lord of the Rings fans as well? Probably a lot. I'd say a significant amount. Yeah. They have a lot in common. But yeah, I hate to say it, but I'd say no. But we'll see. I say no, but I hope yes. Oh, that was Alex's last question. Or excuse me, his first question. Here is his second and last question, chat. Do you plan to visit Los Angeles after the pandemic? Visit all the fun spots here? Honestly, I will probably not travel by myself anytime soon. If I do travel, it would just be to see my family. And I imagine it's you're asking if DT will go back to Los Angeles. I don't know. I know that I think if we do a live show again, we would probably go to New York first. But with the pandemic, how it is and how we're still not through the pandemic, chat. The vestiges of the pandemic will continue on, I think, throughout 2021, if not into 2022. So we'll see. I would probably not anytime soon. Not anytime soon. After the pandemic, probably not. The next time I would probably go there is if we do a DT show there, Double Toasted show. But for right now, like on my own, I just don't think I would do that, But again, some things might change. But for right now, I can definitively say probably not. Yeah, only if we do a Double Toasted show. Yeah, but that is Alex Bernal's 2 questions, chat. You would see my face first. So you come to New York, and there you go. I can see your face. Yeah, we will most likely, like the next time I travel, chat, will be with DT when we go to New York. But again, I don't even know when that would be. Yeah, the pandemic is still thriving, chat. In some places, it's getting worse. So yeah, I just can't. Travel is just off the books, chat. It's just not going to happen. So that was the Alex Bernal's questions. Again, Alex Bernal, thank you for being a subscriber to my Patreon. I appreciate that. And now, chat, we're going to move on to JT Osmusen's questions. This is his first question. He has 3 questions, chat. What is the worst movie protagonist? Couple people come to mind. Kristen Wiig's character in Bridesmaids is so thoroughly awful and despicable. I hate her. I'm not a big fan of that movie in general, but that character got on my nerves so much. And that was really the movie. I'm like, I just don't understand Kristen Wiig's appeal as an actor or as a comedian. I was like, yeah, I mean, she's fine in things, but I'm just like, yeah, I just don't get it. But that character, I just despise that character so thoroughly. Like, there's nothing likable about you or interesting. The thing is, not even likable. Like, you can be a bad person as a protagonist. I think that's fine, or flawed. I mean, that's what makes protagonists interesting. But she was just annoying to me. So goddamn annoying. So yeah, definitely Kristen Wiig. What was her character's name? Like Anne or something? Annie in Bridesmaids. Thank you. Wow, what is this? Wow, $5. Thank you for the $5. Who's this new person, chat? Sir Woodruff, thank you for the $5 donation. Hey, Chris, just started my first job, my new career, and you helped me get through my studies. Whoa, thank you. It's not much, but I wanted to give you a little back. No, thank you so much. Thank you so much for the donation. Sir Woodruff, that is a very official name. I like it. Cheers to you. May the wings of the wind as a feather. You shake those heaven as we speak. Congratulations on your new job, chat. Can we get some Mr. Revan Yates, Mr. Revan Hypes for Sir Woodruff? I love that name. It's so goddamn good. Cheers to you, my friend. Cheers and salute. I would raise my glass of alcohol, but I don't have any, so it'll have to be coffee. Very good. Very good, chef. There it is. Nice. Straight shit for me, Rebel Wilson. Any real awful no talent actress? I'm trying to think. I liked her in. She was okay in Pitch Perfect, the first one. But yeah, a lot of other films she's in, she's not great. I agree. That's one. I'm trying to think of some other ones, chat. Immediately what comes to mind is Bella and Edward from Twilight. Just terribly written and directed, characters. I mean, the characters in the books are awful people to begin with, especially, I mean, both of them, both Bella and Edward and Jacob and all those fucking people. Just thoroughly detestable, annoying, whiny. Not in any capacity likable, chat. So yeah, the Twilight protagonists certainly, but especially Bella and Edward. Oof, rough. I mean, those are the ones that are immediately jumping to mind right now. What about the rest of you guys? Anything else? Kellen Goodburger. I'm not a big fan of Goodburger. Goodburger just should have been a short. It worked well and all that. Didn't need to be a movie. Eddie Brock. Oh, Eddie Brock, Spider-Man 3. Lucas Black and Tokyo Drift. That's a good one. That's a real good one. I don't like Dominic Toretto. Oh, really? You don't like bro, but he's bro family. I'd have to disagree with you on that one, but fair enough. Superman, says Ed Man. Oh, man, it's Henry Cavill Superman, I agree. No, Eddie Brock and Venom. Oh, Tom Hardy and Venom, gotcha. Yeah, that's a good one. Laura Jean and P.S. I Love You was super toxic, but I like To All the Boys. I never saw those movies. Kristen Stewart is a great actress. She is. She really deserved the hate for those movies. It's not the actor's fault. It's the direction, the writing. Goku is a good one, Bat Shields. Goku is a good one. He's very uninteresting. Gohan, Vegeta were much better protagonists. Piccolo. No, I agree with you. Goku's up there. Ed Man, I don't like Ray. So The Mask. Yeah, we got some good ones here, chat. Yeah, but those at least those are the ones that immediately jump to mind, chat. So Kristen Wiig and Bridesmaids, and I guess her character Annie, the character's name is Annie, and Bella and Edward from Twilight. Yeah, there's definitely Parks and Rec's a controversial pick, but okay, fair enough. Jimmy Kennedy saw The Mask with or without the mask. There you go. I'm trying to think of anyone else, chat. Even like an actor I really love, but I just did not like their performance or something. Nothing's coming to mind. But yeah, those are my picks, chat. Those are my picks. A lot of people saw The Mask got matched because of the DT review recently. One Big America, I have never gotten to why people like Tom Hanks. Oh, I love Tom Hanks. He's a fucking national treasure, man. Love him. Oh, Alex, good pick. Wow, good pick. Hayden Christensen as Anakin. Yeah, that's a good one. Definitely Anakin Skywalker. Horrible protagonist. Very good pick. My Howard Stern, Jon Snow isn't that interesting of a character. Kenny's offensively bad in that. Oh, and he definitely is. I agree. Every character in the Bible. Yeah, every character in the Bible, man. Terrible movie. Good picks, chat. Good picks. Excellent question, JT. Now we'll go ahead and move on to JT's next question. Favorite comic book crossover event? I said this before. I think this might have been asked to me, but Blackest Night, which was the big Green Lantern crossover event, chat, from the mid-2000s, like 2008, 2007, where it was part of Jeff Johns, rebirth of the Green Lantern property, chat. Brought back Hal Jordan, did so much to expand the world of Green Lantern, which I loved it. I loved most of his run on Green Lantern. It kind of fizzled out at the end with, Bright as Day. But from Rebirth all the way to Blackest Night, shine excellent. But it ended with Blackest Night, where you have these goddamn the Black Lantern Corps, chat, who raise the dead on Earth, and all these like possessed heroes that everyone has to fight, and it's just this great conflict that involves all the other Lantern Corps and all the other DC heroes and villains all coming together to stop it, chat. It was really cool. Like, that was the last one. Honestly, it's the only event I really like, chat. Like, I typically do not like comic book events. I think that there's like, another fucking event to distract from all these good stories that are actually going on. I hate that shit. I love the Civil War movie, chat. Captain America Civil War, but the Civil War comic, it sucks. I hate all the crises in DC. They're annoying as all hell. There's so many, chat. I guess the classic ones will always be like Secret War from Marvel, which I enjoy. I watched the Spider-Man adaptation of it in the animated series, so I guess it'll always be Blackest Night's number one. And after that, it'll be like Secret War because it's like dumb fun. But definitely Blackest Night. That was a really good time. Remember, it was interesting. It was there's a lot of weird fucking concepts that Jeff Johns was trying to fix. Because, Hal Jordan, the character, was, not very interesting, but he made him interesting, thankfully. But definitely for me. You didn't like Annihilation? I never read Annihilation. Was not a fan. I just don't like events. I always stay away from events, chat. So, but yeah, Blackest Night was the one I read. I was like, this is actually really good. And I actually got, like, even when I was back in the day reading comics and graphic novels and things, I was like, no, I collected all of the stuff from Blackest Night because it all worked well in tandem with each other. So definitely Blackest Night, and then, distant second is probably Secret Wars from Marvel years ago. Yeah, that's when everyone came together. It was fun. So that would be my answer. What about you guys? What are some of your favorite comic book events? Howard Stern Civil War was always better when it had fewer. Yeah, exactly. That's what worked about the movie. Well, the best decision was not to adapt the comic book, which I really did appreciate. Literally adapt it. And they was like, okay, we're gonna take some elements from here because Mark Miller did such a shit job in that event. I hate that event. Thunder Lee, Blackest Night. Yeah. I mean, is it tied between Sinestro Corps? Oh, yeah, Sinestro Corps War. Yeah, I would throw that in there with Blackest Night. I love Sinestro Corps War, definitely. It's the only event coming that all tie-ins are a great read. Exactly, the tie-ins were so good, Augustin. Agreed. I'm right there with you. I also wrote Jeff 9 event, but my first omnibus was Captain America Winter Soldier arc, but it made me a captain. Yeah, for a lot of people, I think Ed Brubaker's run, Captain America, was great. Ed Brubaker is the person who made me fall in love with Cap. Totally agree with you. A slapstick comic reboot. So my favorite comic book event was always Vader Down. Yeah, no, that was good. You know what? I read that, and that was good. I forgot about that. Yeah, that was a good one. I think the MCU should do a Secret Empire adaptation. Marvel Zombies, if you can consider it. I don't know how I would kind of consider that. More like an Elseworlds title. Like a What If Elseworlds title. But it's fun. Marvel Zombies is fun. Yeah. Oh, we know World War Hulk. You know what? Okay. I liked World War Hulk. I did. That's okay. I'll throw that one in there. I did like World War Hulk. Good mention, big homie. Good mention. Yeah. All I see is fear and dead men. That was such a great line in that book. Oh, that was pretty goddamn cool. Nice one, Mecha Howard Stern. Nice. No, some good. No, you brought up some fun. Someone I haven't considered. Chat. I did like World War Hulk a lot. That was one of the last Marvel events I read. I was like, this is better. This is good. The Shadows of the Empire count. Like the novel? Shadows of the Empire, the video game? Does Infinity War hold up? Probably not. Like the original Infinity War from the comics? I don't know. I haven't read it in years. Yeah. Honestly, some of the movies have done a better job of adapting these events than than a lot of things. Batch is not necessarily my favorite, but I like the ramifications of Dark Knight's Meadows. Yeah, I haven't read that one. Christ Heaven Earth is probably my favorite. Secret Wars 2015, close second. There you go. Here's your cool Slayer. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Flying back to campus in 2 days. I'm sorry, Larry McGill. I'm sorry. Happy to have you here, though. So, yeah, that'll be my choice, chat. So, we had some good examples. So, Black Star's my favorite, but it's also incorporating Sinestro Corps War. World of Harker's very good. Secret Wars. Those would be mine. Some good ones, Chad. We made some good picks. All right, Chad. This is JT's final question. Combine your favorite supervillain with your third favorite superhero, okay? What unholy abomination is created, and how would they save the world and destroy it? So my favorite supervillain, chat, no surprise, is the Joker. You know, Batman's greatest enemy, the Joker. My third favorite superhero, I guess, my favorite's always been Batman. Second favorite is Spider-Man. And I guess my third favorite would be Daredevil. I guess it'd be Daredevil. So I guess it'd be Joker Devil. Deviler. So it'd be Joker Devil, chat. And I guess what he would to destroy the world, he would make everyone blind and think it was funny. There you go, chat. He would go around the world gouging people's eyes out, thinking it was a goddamn joke. That'd be fucking terrifying as hell. A blind Joker. Yeah, I guess so. Blind man Joker, I guess. But his big scheme would be like, you'd be like me. You'll be blind. So that's his plan, I guess. The Devil's Joker. I guess if he was a hero, chat, I don't know. Despite being blind, he tried to put a smile on everyone's face, try to make people laugh. He's like, I might be blind, but I still have a sense of humor. It's like, would that be it? Take my money. Still making jokes for a kid. That'd be kind of funny. When he had joke and just fucking gouges the kid's eyes out. Oh, that'd be horrifying, chat. Be very dark. In the land of the blind, the one-eyed man is king, indeed. Indeed, Deadpool. So that'd be my choice. Yeah, that'd be a Joker Devil, Chad. Devil Joker. Where he'll either try to attempt to blind the planet because he thinks it's funny, or despite being blind, Chad, he'll make people laugh as a hero. That'd be my choice. Used to really like Batman and Spider-Man, but now I really like Captain America, Superman, Daredevil. No, good choices. All good heroes. Heroes up plus Hulk equals General Hulk. Yes, that's what he would be. So it would be Doomsday from Batman v Superman, pretty much. That's who he would be. Yeah, that's what he was in the movie. Zulk. I like it, chat. I like it. Good picks. But yes, that was JT's question, chat. There's 3 questions he asked of me. Again, JT, thank you for being a subscriber on my Patreon, Class in the Glass. And here we go, chat. Now we come to, I wonder if this is the last question I have. It might be the last question, chat. Might have a couple more. I'll go ahead and see if anyone posts anything else. But this one, I believe, is from Deadpool. Since the juicy DC Cinematic Universe questions seem popular, let's keep it going. We already covered the DCCU Phase 1 and who you would cast as heroes. What about villain casting? You mentioned a few villains for Phase 1 like Eobard Thawne, Vandal Savage, and Lex Luthor. Who do you cast for the various Phase 1 villains, chat? So, chat, Deadpool has asked these really great questions these past 2 weeks about what my Phase 1 for, if I had control of DC and Warner Brothers, chat, and I could reboot everything, what would I do? And I would do my Phase 1 of the DC Cinematic Universe, chat. I would do my Superman movie, my Batman movie, my Wonder Woman movie, my Green Lantern movie, my Flash movie, my Aquaman movie, and then my Justice League film. That's my plan. And I had my heroes and the general stories, and I also had the villains they would go up against. And so, yeah, we'll go ahead and get into it. I spent some time on this, chat, thinking, and I'll explain my choices. So, for my Superman film, chat, I would have 2 villains. The main villain, of course, would be Brainiac, and the secondary villain, and he'd be the villain, and he'd be a background villain. You know, he'd always be around the DC Cinematic Universe channel, the Superman films, Lex Luthor. Now, to start off with, chat, for my Lex Luthor, I thought of 2 different people. See, I want someone who is not like always the go-to evil guy for Lex Luthor. It's like that guy's obviously a villain. So people have always picked someone like a Bryan Cranston, you know, or a Mark Strong for Lex Luthor. I don't want to go with those choices. I think those are kind of easy. They're kind of boring to me at this point. It's the obvious choices. So I was thinking of someone kind of, it's a little different, but I have my reasons for it because I want someone who can be very much like the public face to a beloved company, chat. So I was thinking like a Steve Jobs-esque, a Bill Gates-esque kind of person, but they have like a very young, charismatic facade, chat. You know, relatively, you know, like a good-looking guy. That's kind of what I think of. But is also very, very intelligent. There seems to be very personable, chat. And I thought of 2 people. One who people have been throwing around his name for Superman for years. Like people want to see this guy play Superman. But I think he would nail it, chat. And my first pick would be Jon Hamm as Lex Luthor. I think it'd be very interesting. Like, just watch him in Mad Men, chat. And like that's kind of the public facade I want for my Lex Luthor type. That kind of guy, where he has the charisma, he knows how to talk to you, he knows how to talk to anybody, chat, to an audience, to sell you something. And that's kind of like my, what my LexCorp would be, chat. It's the Apple of this world. You have a LexCorp phone, you have a LexCorp TV, you have a LexCorp laptop or computer or device or whatever, chat. And that's what I would want. I think Jon Hamm would absolutely kill it as Lex Luthor and be a good foil, I think, to someone like my John Krasinski Superman. That's who I would pick to play Superman, or Tyler Hoechlin, who plays the TV Superman right now. And I think he would kill it. My other pick would have been similar to Jon Hamm, chat, someone who seems like very personable and kind, but you know he has a dark side to him. I think Bradley Cooper would make a really cool Lex Luthor, chat. And the role I thought of is his role from American Hustle. And the reason why is he's the guy that is always trying to get... If you've seen American Hustle, chat, he plays like this FBI agent, I think. He's FBI agent, and he's trying to work this case. He doesn't know that he's being fucking scammed. And he's throughout the movie, he's just trying to get respect, but he keeps failing because he's just such a flawed, horrible person. And I think like underneath the facade, that's what Lex Luthor wants. He wants respect. He wants this power, but he keeps getting away. His ego keeps getting in the way of himself. And I think Bradley Cooper would do a really good job capturing that, but then also maintaining this, like, oh no, we love Bradley Cooper. No, we love this version of Lex. You know, he's the LexCorp is the people company. Like, I think he would do a great job playing that, but underneath all that, he's just this small, pathetic person who's just grasping for power constantly and looks down upon everyone, chat. So Jon Hamm and Bradley Cooper would be my 2 picks for Lex Luthor. What do you guys think? What do you like about those? Do you like those choices? Are you against those choices? Firewolf, welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing very well. Good to see you. John Cryer's great. Supergirl is great. Oh, Supergirl's Lex. Yep. Yeah, my coverage told me that Juicy one was loose. Yeah, I had to stream a little bit earlier today. I had to get up to Austin early. For 8-bit, we had to change the times. Michael Cera for Lex. Hey, guys, I hate you, Superman. Well, I mean, we already had Jesse Eisenberg. I would say this, chat. Jesse Eisenberg could have made a great Lex Luthor if he played the role similar to how he did Zuckerberg from the Social Network. Had that been what Lex, like I always go to that scene, Chip. Remember that scene when he's in the fucking with the lawyers and everything, you know, and he's ignoring them, and he goes, "It's raining outside," and they're like, "Excuse me, Mr. Zuckerberg, is like, do you think that that your time here is important?" He's like, "No, I don't." And they're like, "Holy shit!" And he's like, "Do you think speaking to me is of any importance?" He's like, "I don't. I will give you the minimum amount of my attention." Like that is the Lex Luthor that he could have played, and Zack Snyder's like, "No, you're gonna be zany." It's just like, what? No, it didn't make any goddamn sense. He was riddly as fuck. He was like the Riddler. Very much so. Billy Zane for Lex Luthor. I have a child. Leaving 100 biddies. I was just watching one of your Spider-Man reviews on YouTube. You reviewing for the Power Hour. No. I'm not. I know the Power Hour is WandaVision. I have not seen any of the episodes. That'll just be Cord Martin, but I know that 8-Bit is starting right after that, so I have to get up there soon. I'll be watching WandaVision just like you guys Friday for the watch party. But good to see you, Glee. Welcome to stream. Thank you for the 100 biddies. Oh no, I think Lex Luthor should be that very smart, capable, scary person, not the whole. He's actually a sympathetic person type of villain we see every day now. Sure, fair enough. I blame the writing direction more than I do. I don't blame Eisenberg for it. Charlie, you're spot on with his Zuckerberg portrayal being how he should have played. That's how it should have been. That's why I thought, oh, that's why they're getting him. But Zach was like, no, I want him to be goofy. It's just like, okay. It doesn't make any goddamn sense. Yeah, I don't blame Jesse Eisenberg for that. Yeah, no, he should have played it like Mark Zuckerberg. If Lex hung around the Joker too much, that's Jesse, exactly. Yeah, people say Michael Fassbender's Lex. Megan Fox is Lois Lane. Oh man, I do not want that. I do not want that. I forgot, who did I cast as Lois Lane? I forgot. I made my choice for Lois Lane. I don't remember who I would cast, but yeah, I don't want that. Yes. Snyder can direct, agreed. But yeah, chat, that'll be my choice. Lex Luthor, John Hamm, or Bradley Cooper. I think they do a great job having the whole mask and facade of this very confident person, but a very lovable person, but underneath they're just trying to vie for power. And they're trying to hide all their flaws. So those would be my two choices. For Brainiac, chat, I was thinking of two different actors. For Brainiac. Brainiac would be my main villain in Superman. He'll also be the main villain in my Justice League movie. And I was thinking either Cillian Murphy, chat, who would probably, for most people, they know him best for playing Scarecrow in Batman Begins, chat. Also, in Peaky Blinders, in many Christopher Nolan movies, chat. He's a very talented actor. Known for playing a lot of villainous people. Has a very distinct look, chat. I think he could sell that role very well. I like to see him go through multiple transformations throughout my film series, so we always get like a cool new version of Brainiac in each movie, but you could still see the aesthetic features of someone like Cillian Murphy. He has very striking features, chat. I think he would do well. And I was also thinking of Brainiac with like a voice. Like, how would my Brainiac be voiced? And like, if I wasn't going to go with Cillian Murphy, and if this actor wasn't playing Commissioner Gordon or Lieutenant Gordon in Batman, I think Jeffrey Wright would make a really cool Brainiac. I think he just has the right voice for it. He has the right gravitas. There's something regal about the way he speaks. I mean, that's why he does a lot of voice acting, chat, and just how he carries himself. I think he would make a really cool Brainiac, where he has that very calming, soothing voice. Like, the thing is, when I think about Brainiac, I think of, like, he can say the most despicable, evil, genocidal thing and never raise his voice. It's just the obvious answer. And I think Jeffrey Wright is one of those actors that can really nail it. And Cillian Murphy can both do that very, very well. So I always thought about, like, how would they deliver this line? Very monotone, but still sound charismatic, but scary and cold. And those are the two actors that really that spoke to me. So those are my two, Cillian Murphy and Jeffrey Wright for Brainiac. Either of them. I think they do a good job. Would I go for an alien Brainy or synthetic? So that's my idea. For this is kind of related to my because I was thinking about when Deadpool asked this question 2 weeks ago, what would my phase 1 be? And so I would have different takes on Brainiac for each movie. And so for my first movie for Superman, chat, I would want the technology he's absorbing to be what he kind of is physically. So in my first iteration of Brainiac, we would have like a Kryptonian version with him on the planet and things, but he's more like an AI, more of like a program than an actual being, chat. But as you see him later on in the movie, I want him more tech-based in the first film. In the first time, I want him more tech-based, chat. And, he resembles a lot of the LexCorp technology, which he basically helped build for Lex Luthor. But in my Justice League film, I want him to be the more classic-looking Brainiac, the green kind of Martian-looking, because he's incorporated the Martian physiology into his own body, chat. So he's an amalgamation of flesh and steel, the strengths of both, the weaknesses of neither. So you will see an evolution of Brainiac throughout all my films, chat. So he starts as an AI program, basically. Then the first film, he's much more tech-based, very robotic. But then in the Justice League movie, we see him as like he's finally out of like, you know, because, you know, think of it like a butterfly, chat. He's like a caterpillar, you know, in a way. He's the AI program on Krypton. Then in my first Superman movie, he's very much in the chrysalis, the cocoon, chat, in a shell. And then in the final movie in Justice League, he is what we see him typically in the comics, the amalgamation of flesh and steel. So he has some of that Martian physiology. That's what I would love to do with him. Christopher, CEO of DC Films. Thank you. So I big people because, you know, I want an evolution of him. I think that'd be really neat. In the Superman movie, Brainiac is like, yeah, like on Krypton, he's like Hell 9000. Krypton, he's Hell 9000. Most movies like Hell 9000 until he is revealed in his chrysalis form in that kind of mechanical shell. That's what I would do. Ultron, but better. Exactly. Brett Spiner's Brainiac. See, that's kind of thing where it's like it's stunt casting to me because he's played an android, like a mechanical being for most of his life. So I kind of want to avoid stuff like that. I mean, there's some obvious choices. That's like, okay, that's natural. But, I mean, he's done that for like, 20, 25 years playing that same character. So I kind of want to stay away from stuff like that. But, you know, a lot of people like that idea. I know that's a big fan cast out there, is to have the actors who played this specific role, you know, for most of their life. They played another role very similar to that in another film. But yeah, I would personally like Cillian Murphy or Jeffrey Wright to play him. Please for DC movies. DC should move away from Warner Brothers and have a DC. They should. Because Warner Brothers doesn't know what they're doing. But yeah, that'd be my choice, chat. Cillian Murphy or Jeffrey Wright for Brainiac. And now for the Batman film, chat. So much like what Matt Reeves is doing right now for the Batman, I love that he's doing Riddler, chat. I think Riddler was always one of those underappreciated villains. He's just sadly that's never been used well. I have no idea why. He's interesting. He's very a type of villain that I think would be good for Batman to go up against when it comes to the mind. You know, where he's not like a physical threat, Chad. He's these type of threat where you really have to like solve these mysteries and riddles and puzzles to truly defeat him. And he's that cerebral type of villain that we haven't really seen a Batman movie in a while. And I think he would, you know, the Riddler is the obvious choice. That would be my first choice of a villain to do. I want a detective story Batman. And what I like here, I mean, Paul Dano is an excellent choice. I'm like, yeah, it's perfect. I mean, Paul Dano, he's had a career playing very odd, creepy characters, and he would nail someone like Edward Nygma very well, like the Riddler. So I have no issue with his casting at all. That was like, yeah, perfect. I mean, I have a fan casting. This is people want this actor to play him for a while. David Tennant. I think if you want like an older Riddler, maybe something that's more akin to what Telltale did with the Riddler, whereas this criminal has been around for like 25 years in that mythology that they created, people long before Batman. Just fucking with people. If you want to go a little older, I always like David Tennant would be pretty cool. I think that'd be interesting to see. Yeah, those would be my choices. Yeah, Paul Dano or David. Yes, I know he was the Purple Man. He was great as the Purple Man. I thought he was very good. We've had actors who have been both in DC and in Marvel. Fantastic choice. Very nice. Thank you, Sean Nice. Thank you. I think people are still stuck on Jim Carrey. Yeah, they are. Even though there's dozen versions of him out there. Media. Agreed. Mm-hmm. Agreed. Mm-hmm. Yes. But those would be my choice. Matt Smith. People suggested Matt Smith before. I think he would make a good choice. I would like to see Matt Smith. Very good. Mm-hmm. Over there making dad jokes more than Reynolds. Brando, I like the new show. Thank you. Again, it was gifted to me by a number of people in the chat. Thank you so much, Brando. And thank you again. Cheers. Yeah. Everything I'm seeing from the Batman chat looks great. I like the casting. I like the aesthetic they're going for. I like that the focus is on the detective story. So Paul Dano's like, oh, perfect. He's perfect with it. I have no issues with that at all. Would you like Mr. Freeze back? I would. I would like to see like a proper adaptation of like the Batman animated series Mr. Freeze storyline. You know, they haven't been able to do that very well in live action. Someday, but they seem to be going more grounded approach. But yeah, I would love to see a proper Mr. Freeze story. Definitely. Yeah. but that'd be my choice, chat. So either Paul Dano or David Tennant. But Matt Smith was also another great pick. Great pick. And now, chat, we'll move on to my Wonder Woman movie. So I have two villains in this one, chat. Ares and Vandal Savage. Now for Vandal Savage, chat. Vandal Savage. The actor that immediately came to mind is Javier Bardem, chat. You know, probably is best known for playing Antosh Chigurh in No Country for Old Men. You've seen this guy before, Chad. He played the main villain in the James Bond film Skyfall, Chad. I think he would kill. Because the thing about Javier Bardem, Chad, he's a very distinct look. He's very intelligent. He plays intelligent characters, but he's physically imposing as well, which is what Vandal Savage is. And so I think he's all of that, and he would fully encompass what that character is. And so, yeah, Javier Bardem as Vandal Savage would be great. And also because he kind of looks like a Neanderthal. he has very distinct, I mean, I'm joking. He has very distinct facial features, Chet. They're very pronounced. He's got a big brow, so physically he looks like the character. But he has that cold, menacing intellect that Vandal Savage has in the comics and the various adaptations. So I think he could nail it. I can see Mads Mikkelsen playing Vandal Savage. I can see that. It's a good one. Like Chris, my brother, I got to get going to swim practice, but it was a pleasure to be here. I'll see you in DT stream later. Thank you, Tutel. Have a great evening. Enjoy your swim practice. Matt Shields, nice. The Rock. Keep thinking Arnold when I see Mr. Freeze. See, that's the thing. Yeah, Vandal Savage is a great choice. Perfect casting. Thank you. So has to be a white guy with a caveman look. I mean, it doesn't have to be white. I mean, Spanish is, I know Javier Bardem is Spanish, right? So I think that'd be fine. I mean, Vandal Savage he's been white. He's at a darker skin tone. I would go with Javier Bardem. That's the one I instantly thought of, Chad. I think that would be really cool. Sean Bean as Vandal Savage. If they want to go with, I could see that. Yeah, I could see Sean Bean as Vandal Savage. That'd be kind of cool. Because he dies always return. Yeah, he always dies. Yeah, I get it. Yeah, he would come back. Now for Ares, chat. I was not a big fan of who they cast as Ares in the previous film. Nothing against the actor. I just think he was miscast. The guy they picked played Professor Lupin in the Harry Potter films. And I don't know. That's just not who I think of Ares. When I think of Ares, I think of someone who is very smug and self-confident and smarmy and sarcastic and talks down to everybody, and is just savage. And it makes sense why he would align himself with someone like Vandal Savage to control him or to influence him. And that's why I was thinking of like an actor that could do that, but it has a charm to him. Like I was like, God, you're an asshole, but there's something about you that I just like, I do like you. It's like kind of Loki-esque. And the person I was thinking of that I think, we've been seeing more of him, Chad. He's coming off of a big show finally ending, but I think this guy has it. And I think Jensen Ackles, Chad, is probably best known for his role in Supernatural as one of those two brothers. I think Jensen Ackles will do a really great job of playing someone like Ares, who's like, God damn it, you're such a prick, and the way you're talking down, and you're always fucking with Diana. But it's like, there's something about you that I like no matter what. And I think he can handle that material very well, Chad. I mean, a consistent threat in many Wonder Woman movies to come. Because he's like all the gods, Chad, they're always fucking around and influencing things. And to have him like influencing whatever war Vandal Savage is creating, Chad, whether it be World War I, World War II, I think that'd be really cool. He also made a great Red Hood, yeah, in Batman Under the Red Hood, Chad, one of my favorite DC animated films. So goddamn good. So a lot of people seeing Boyd Holbrook. As I live and breathe, Wonder Woman. Yeah. You'll have to show Ares. I want to show, but the thing is, I want to show Ares' face. I don't really want to keep like his face behind the helmet. You have the helmet on, of course, but I really want him just to be just fucking with people. And like all the gods, that's the biggest. I've said this before. One of the biggest missteps in the Wonder Woman films is that they decided to kill all the Greek gods. That was a stupid decision. Whoever made that decision is an idiot. And I'll say that to their face. That was so stupid. You want to keep these Greek gods around, chat, because you can use them as threats. It's a great... What Diana functions as, especially in the comics, chat, she is that in-between, between the gods and the fantasy realm and the modern realm, the modern world. And she's the barrier in between them, trying to make sure these both sides don't fucking kill each other, fuck things up. And I always go back to this one great run that Brian Azzarello did, where it's like, how do the Greek gods operate now in modern day society? And it was so cool and so creative, and the Greek gods are still doing the same shit and fucking things up. And it's like, that's how you do it. And it was such a huge mistake. A Leviathan-sized mistake that they decided to just kill them all. It's just like, wow. And that's so many lost opportunities, chat. I think in hindsight, looking at Wonder Woman 1984, it's like, yeah, that was a mistake. So, no, I would keep Ares and all these gods around for quite some. You set them up as other threats too, Hades and Zeus and whoever else. So that's what I would do. They made Ares Nigel Thorne. They made Ares Nigel Thorne. Marianne. They made him Nigel Thornberry, chat. They might as well have cast what's his name? Tim Curry as Ares, which would have been awesome. Would have been awesome, chat. Would have been fun. One time, smashing. It's like, oh god. It didn't make any sense. So, yeah, I want to keep the Greek gods around. I think Jensen Ackles will make an excellent Ares, chat, because he's smarmy. You want to punch him, but there's something charming about him. And Javier Bardem for Vandal Savage, chat, because he's both physically imposing and he has a cold intellect. I think he could kill that. He can nail it. They all float. Kiss me, fat boy. He can have that line. Oh, that'd be so good. Giganta? I would like to do Giganta someday. That'd be like for Phase 2 stuff. But those would be some of my answers. So Vandal Savage, Javier Bardem, Ares, Jensen Ackles. And now, chat, for my Green Lantern movie, like I said, I don't want Sinestro to be the villain until like the third movie. Like I've always said before, Green Lantern should be Lethal Weapon in space. It should be a buddy cop space opera. That's what it should be. I want to spend the least amount of time on Earth as possible, chat. I picked Jon Stewart as my Green Lantern because that's the one that I grew up with, like with DC, like the animated series, like Justice League. So I would go Jon Stewart. And it'd be him in a buddy cop film with Sinestro, chat. So Jon Stewart would very much be the Martin Riggs, the Mel Gibson character from Lethal Weapon, whereas Sinestro would very much be the Murtaugh character, the Danny Glover character from Lethal Weapon. And but just for the sake of convenience, chat, for like who would I pick to play Sinestro? Like, not saying he's the villain or anything yet, he's not, but he will eventually be a villain in my third movie. In my third Green Lantern movie, because I want that relationship to be focused on them. I want it to be about their story. And that's why it's tragic when he eventually falls. But I think a good Sinestro would be Ben Foster. I really like Ben Foster as an actor, and he's been around for, Jesus Christ, nearly 25 years in so many movies. And he can play someone who is extremely sympathetic, but also someone who's a real bastard. And I think that's who you need for someone like Sinestro, chat, where you can feel for them, you can sympathize or empathize with them initially, but eventually you can turn nasty as all hell. And so Ben Foster, for me, I think would be an excellent choice for Sinestro. My main villain for the first Green Lantern film is, I want to go with Protagonist. And then there's go watch my Classic Last Cast 2 weeks ago why I would pick Protagonist, chat, but he would probably be a CGI character. And so you would have a voice actor for him. And the one voice actor, I think, you could capture this character well because he typically plays a lot of characters like this in animation. Kevin Michael Richardson, who has had a very long career in animation as a voice actor. And so, yeah, he would be my pick for Atronicus. Nia Brownie, welcome to stream. My stream is lagging, so I don't know what's going on. Oh, no, Nia Brownie, no. Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, no. And it would be Atronicus, and the Manhunters would be the main villains. But, and the Manhunters, again, another voice actor. Maurice LaMarche. Maurice LaMarche would voice the Manhunters, shit. Like, I want to bring some of these, notable voice actors. So, Kevin Michael Richardson is Atronicus. The Manhunters would be Maurice LaMarche. And, eventually, Sinestro in the third Green Lantern movie, that would be Ben Foster. That would be it. That's who it would be. Those would be my picks. But good to see, Nia Brownie, good to see you. Pleasure to have you here. Hope you're doing well. So then, chat, we'll move on to my Flash movie and then Aquaman movie. My pick for... So, my Flash film, I said what I wanted to do is... It would be about the rogues, chat. It would be about the rogues, pretty much. I did not pick an actor for each specific rogue, but the mastermind behind them, chat. And they wouldn't be like the main threat in this movie. They'd be the main threat in the second film. The one behind them would be Eobard Thawne, Chad, who is the Reverse Flash. Marvel Buff Nerd, welcome to stream. Thank you for resubscribing. They gave a prize for being mean. The winner would be him. Thank you so much, Marvel Buff Nerd. How you doing today? Hope your afternoon is treating you very, very well. Just going over who I'd cast as specific DC villain characters. I'm currently talking about Eobard Thawne from my Flash movie. And the one name that came to mind immediately, chat, is Michael C. Hall. Again, best known probably for playing the titular character of Dexter on Dexter, chat. He's threatening. He can play someone who's very threatening and psychotic and very cold, but he has this weird charisma about him. And that's Dexter, and that is very much Eobard Thawne. I think he would kill it. He killed it as the character, literally. He is, to me, the obvious choice to go up against my Barry Allen, chat. He would be so goddamn good. I can see Alan Tudyk. That'd be kind of cool. I can see Alan Tudyk do that. Yeah, that's good. That's another good pick. Yes. The chat text just gets smaller. It's about no, chat text the same. Wentworth Miller's Captain Cole from the CW is great. No, yeah, he's fun. I like him. Like the I have to think about like the rogues, but definitely for Eobard Thawne would be Reverse Flash. But he would be in the background the whole time, manipulating everything, and you really wouldn't see him properly until the second Flash film. But that would be. I will think about the rogues. I'll come back to this question. Think about like the rogues, like Captain Cold and Captain Boomerang and Mirror Master and things. That would be fun. But I think he would kill it. And for Ocean Man, now for Aquaman chat, I would not use Black Manta. One of the things that bothered me about Aquaman so much, because I really don't like that movie, is it felt to me like they were only that you have one shot to make an Aquaman movie, and James Wan said, "Fuck!" and I'm gonna make every Aquaman movie in one movie, and he just decided to do 4 storylines and just smash them into one film. It's way too overcrowded. The movie has no time to breathe. And to me, it was just a really lost opportunity all around. And Patrick Wilson, I thought, he's fine. He's Ocean Master. Except when he goes, "I am Ocean Master." It's just like, don't say that. Please don't say that. That really didn't work for me. Like, he's a fine choice. But again, the direction and the writing did not serve him well. I think he would have been fine as the character of Orm, chat, as the would-be king of Atlantis. But for me, I was thinking of someone, okay, like my Aquaman would not be, maybe it would be Jason Momoa, maybe not. I would probably go with someone like Wyatt Russell, who's the son of Kurt Russell. Chat, you've seen him in things. He's been Overlord. He's going to be playing U.S. Agent and Captain or Falcon, the Winter Soldier. But my Aquaman would have been Wyatt Russell. Thank you, Chris Harris, for that suggestion. And call me Spider-Man. Okay, Spider-Man, do a flip. Yeah. Anyway, I just love that scene in that movie. For me, for my Orm chat, I was like someone who was like I don't know. I was thinking like who was like another smarmy, like sniveling kind of person who clings to power. Like I'm thinking like who was like a Joffrey Baratheon type, like from Game of Thrones. You know, who can, you know, it's about Wyatt Russell's age. And I was thinking, you know what? And I thought of it, chat. Tom Felton. Tom Felton, who's probably best known. He's still working in the stage, chat. He's a working actor. But Tom Felton, who played Draco Malfoy in all the Harry Potter movies, chat. He would be my pick for Orm, chat. Just this guy who's clinging to fucking power and, you know, is very resentful that his mom loves this half-breed son. He's like, fuck that. This is mine. And I think Tom Felton would nail a role like that. He can go ham it up. He can ham that shit up and just fucking, you know, like fully encompass that Joffrey Baratheon type sniveling little villain. I think he'd have a lot of fun with it, just cruel, you know? So that's someone I would go with, the Martin Shkreli. Filthy mudblood. Filthy land dwellers. Like something like that. Like imagine saying him something like that, Chad. Rise Atlantis. Yeah, I don't need him to say anything like that, though. But Tom Felton would be my choice for Orm or Ocean Master, as Patrick Wilson once said. What about me? What about you guys? So what do you think of my choices overall? So as I said, just kind of to reiterate, for my Lex Luthor, I think it would be really cool to see John Hamm or Bradley Cooper. Brainiac, I was thinking either Cillian Murphy or Jeffrey Wright. Riddler, again, Paul Dano's great choice. I don't have any issues with that. But David Tennant would be my other choice. I think it'd be kind of fun. Some people said Matt Smith. Vandal Savage, Javier Bardem. Javier Bardem would kill a Vandal Savage. Ares, Jensen Ackles. Sinestro, Ben Foster. Troticus, Michael Richardson. Manhunters, Maurice LaMarche. Eobard Thawne, Michael C. Hall from Dexter. And Ocean Master or King Orm, Tom Felton. These would be my picks. Most gamers love it. Ezra is not a great Flash. Ezra, no, I don't like him. I don't like him as Flash. Please go watch last week's show where I went over my list of who I would cast as the Flash. It would not be Ezra Miller. I agree with you. I do not like him as the Flash. He's just fucking weird, and it just does not work. It does not work. But to answer your question about like who I would cast, now also, Chad, this is what I'm trying to remember. Where's my other previous list? Let's see if this is here. Who I would cast as these heroes. Give me 1 second. I don't know if I have it here. Chat. I don't have it here, I think. But yeah, you go listen to my previous show, so you can hear who I cast as some of these heroes. Not Dan Stevens, funny enough. Laura, welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing very well. Yeah, I'll choke slam. He'll choke slam a bitch. He will do that. He will do that, yeah. David Tennant would be an awesome face. Yeah. Yeah. Trump is President Lex. No, I don't want that. I do not want that. I want a competent Lex Luthor. For some reason, I can't say anyone's name in chat. Oh, no! That's weird. That's odd, chat. Oh, no. But, yeah, I believe I answered all my questions. Let me go ahead and see if I have any more questions, chat. I might have missed some. Let me just double check really, really quick. But that was, again, thank you, Deadpool, for submitting that question. Really do appreciate it. I'm going to go check now, chat, see if I have any more that were sent to me. I think that might have been it. Chat. Yeah, that was it. Also, I got a new subscriber. Wow-wee-woo. Did I just get a new subscriber, chat? I did. Carlos Turkios, thank you so much for subscribing to my Patreon. Wow-wee-woo. That brings me to 35 patrons, chat, on my Patreon. Thank you. So a new record has been reached, chat. Wow-wee-woo. Thank you so much. Oh, wow. How do you feel about The Rock's Black Adam? I'm fine with it. I like it. I think that's fine. That's good casting. We'll see how he is in the movie. I just don't know. But no, thank you so much, guys, for seriously for subscribing to Class in the Glass, chat. Really means a lot to me. I hope you've been liking those content. I've received some very nice compliments about some of these custom commentaries I've been doing. So thank you, chat. Again, this is Class in the Glass. You can subscribe at various levels, chat. $1, $2, $5, $10, $15, or $25. No matter what level you subscribe at, chat, you get access to something. Of course, I have some commentaries up there, full video reaction, chat. You can either just have the audio or see me react to them in real time. First Blood, most recent one, chat. It's right up there. Batman Animated Series up to episode 15 with this one. The Dead Don't Die, one of my custom requests, chat. Zombie comedy. Home Movies, another custom request. And a whole lot more, chat. Star Wars: Clone Wars, Cowboy Bebop, ton of Christmas commentaries from last month, chat. So you have stuff like Christmas Story or Gremlins or Lethal Weapon or Santa Claus Conquers the Martians or Jingle All the Way. All that's up there, chat. So please do check that out. Hazel would be proud. She would be so proud. Be a cute subscribe to Christopher Juicy Herman's Class in the Glass Patreon. Do it. Do it now before he bursts out all the juicy. I'll just explode. You want me to explode, chat? You want me to explode all over you? It's the last thing you need. For your ass. Class for your ass. A little bit of sass, indeed. But that is all the questions I have, chat. I got through all of them. Nice. Very, very nice. I will definitely start from now on, chat. Typically, I'm going to at least reserve 2 hours now to get through all these questions. So instead of usually starting around, my usual time to start from now on will be 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. That's what will be on Thursdays. This was an exception today just because of my schedule and I have to do a double toasted. But that's what it will be. Now everybody's like, that's hot. But you know what? I have a few more minutes, chat. I have 5 more minutes. Does anyone else have any other questions right now for me? A little bonus round. Try to fire these off. What's Old Chair up to these days? Old Chair is currently sitting in my living room, chat, looking sad. But Old Chair will eventually have its OnlyFans page, chat, sexy OnlyFans for Chair, and chat, an emote. It will get an emote. Are you cold? No, today it's 70 degrees out right now. The weather here, it goes from, it was 30 degrees last night and then went to 70 today. It's fucking nuts. Doesn't make any goddamn sense, chat. It's weird. In the arms of an angel. What is your juicy DCC Phase 2? You know what? If you want to ask that for next week, I will do that. I'll do Phase 2. And I'll also expand on some of my cast. I might change some of my casting choices. But if you want to ask me that question, I will do Phase 2 next week. So you heard my Phase 1 chat. That was 2 weeks ago I did my Phase 1. My 7 films that I would do. Everything from Superman to Justice League, chat. I will do that. What's going on, Tech? This is how the weather's always like down here. It could change dramatically. Didn't snow over there 2 days ago? Yup. Yes, it did. Yup. This past Sunday. Well, who would you cast as Martian Manhunter? Sterling K. Brown. That's the question I answered last week. Sterling K. Brown would be my Martian Manhunter. Do you do any tips and helps for new streamers on Patreon or any other outlets, buddy? I've gone over some stuff before. People have asked me these questions. What I typically always say, if you're starting to stream, is to get a lot of stuff prepped beforehand. Just don't start doing it. You gotta do some work. So I think it's very important to have the right technology, a proper PC to stream from. I bought a pre-built PC. It cost $1,100. That's what I paid for. have a cam. I have a Logitech 1080p. Have a microphone. Sound quality is very important. Have proper lighting. I use a green screen. You don't necessarily need to use a green screen, but I kind of like it because I kind of like having a clean look. I think that's very important. Have now in terms of like the stream itself, so you have the technology is what you all need. Have a streaming schedule. That's very important so people know when to tune in for your stuff. Make use of social media. Make use of Discord. I'm using that now more than ever. Make use of Discord, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, whatever. Have an aesthetic. Have a personality for your stream. So what you just saw right there, I have all these custom alerts. I have these emotes. Very important to have that. People are like, oh, they see that. Like, well, that's cool or whatever. They like the little songs or the jingles. Very, very important. And thank you to the person. This is part of it. Thank you for the 5 biddies. Katie of the 5 biddies. Yes, Sterling K. Brown. He is perfect. And from my town, St. Louis. There you go. Perfect. Yes. I have Katie's approval. But the important thing, always talk. Always talk. Always engage with the chat. I have seen so many streamers who just don't do it, who don't talk to people. And they always wonder why. I was like, why are my numbers going up? Because you don't engage. One of the great things about this chat is I'm able to engage with you guys constantly. And that's fun. People, they feel part of it. And you do feel part of it. That's a big thing about it. Also, when you start out, not a lot of people are going to be watching. That's just a fact. However, you always have to be engaged and talk, no matter what. You come up with your own conversations. You know, you have to react to things. You have to create your own narrative inside your head and just go with it. That's how I started out playing all these games. I just kept talking. I never shut up. You got to be entertaining. These are very important to have going forward. Augustine's facts. Now, Brian, I got to go, Chris. Get back to my swole on. Smell you later, Juicy Gang. Smell you later. Now you Brownie. Hard hands. Good to see you. Oh man. Yeah, but no, those are the big things. I said I would do this. I got to put together a list of the technology that I have that I think is good for streaming, but also a list of things. These are the objectives you need to do as a streamer. You want to become a streamer. But you gotta engage, and you gotta do it consistently. That's the other thing too. Just don't do it for a day a week. People won't tune in. You gotta. I mean, if you want to really invest yourself in this, you gotta have a schedule. I'm not saying every day, but nearly every day, even at least for a couple hours. Deadpool, thank you so much for the 15 biddies. Time to say goodbye to the Christmas alert. Yeah, this will be the last time with the Christmas alerts, chat. This is the last time you're gonna see them until December 1st, 2021. And I got to switch them out. They'll be switched out tonight, chat. We go back to the OG ones. I don't think I'll be able to use my Resident Evil alert anymore, chat. Or if I can use it, it'll have to be without the music. Anonymous Cheer, thank you for the 15 biddies. Like, I might be able to use that one, but I won't. But I don't think I can use the music anymore because of Capcom's new policies. Kaz Faye, thank you for the 5 biddies again. Anonymous Cheer, thank you for the 15 biddies. Appreciate you. Whoa, G-Civ, thank you so much for the 1,800 biddy donation. Wow. Wee. You get to pick a TV show, an episode from a TV show for me to review. You can do it. You can do it now. Thank you so much, Steve. I'm trying to do at least 3 days a week. That's good. No, it's good. That's good. At least you got to do at least more than 2. It has to be more than 2. And 3 days is a good start. Very good start. Yeah, I might use the Resident Evil movie music. I might have to, honestly. Wow, thank you so much, Issa. That is so kind of you. Thank you, everyone, for the donations, subscriptions, and those. I do hope you enjoyed this Class in the Glass chat. I was happy we got through all the questions today. Even had time to answer a few bonus questions as well. I will be back doing another Class in the Glass cast, obviously every single Thursday. So if you are subscribed, ooh, Josh, sweet baby boy, thank you 100 biddies, and make sure to have fun doing it. Takes years to make. Yes, takes years to make a living, so don't lose sight of why you're doing it. Exactly. That's probably the most important thing. You have to love doing it. You have to have fun doing it. Just don't go in like, I just want to make money, because you're going to be miserable. Because what's going to happen is you're just going to think of this as work. And you'll turn into the worst kind of day job where you're going to start to become resentful, and you can't have that mindset as a streamer. It'll be very toxic. So you have to love doing this. Like, I love doing this. This is an amazing thing to do, be able to engage with people, to play games, watch movies, but just have fun. Just have fun with you guys. It's so important. Chris, make sure to check Discord today. I was on there briefly, but I had to get off quickly because I had to prepare for this stream. But I'll check that out later when I come home from Austin. Because I'll do it. Wage Slavers, bitch. Yeah, no, it is. It's hard. Brown Carisian, see you later tonight. OnlyFans, ass in a glass. I think that's what I'm gonna name my OnlyFans show. That'd be great. Oh my Lord, we have fun here. We have fun here, chat. It's true. It's true. But hopefully that answers some people's questions in regards to streaming. I got to put up a document for people can just check out, and this is what you can look, what you need, what you see. It's just helpful advice. I should do that. Make that available on my multiple platforms, but especially on my my Twitch. I think that'd be good in the future. But again, chat, I do have to leave you. Chat. I would talk to you more, but I got to get going.